Hi, this is Fabs, and today I'm going to be working on some, these are journaling cards that I made. The inside is coffee dyed, and all I did was decorate the outside with a lot of different embellishments, and just going to show you some of them with the words. This is one I made with index cards. I just used the, I forgot what they call that now. They're just doing a lot of them. Clusters. Just start off with clusters. And these are what you call the clusters. You just take all your scrap paper and you just put them together and make little clusters. And so what I'm going to be making today is just having fun, just relaxing, making your clusters with your journaling cards. So, and also not only the journaling cards, I also did the corners. These are corner pockets where you can have the little space here to journal on the inside. I made the small ones as well as the large ones, and these are the large ones that I have to complete, but these are the large ones. So you could just sit down one day and just make them all up, cut them out, then the next day you do the clusters, and then the next day you see you have all the different embellishments, so you can have the finished product, which looks like this. You have your words, you have everything right there available. You have your eyelash trim, you have your words, everything right here. So you could just sit down one day and say, well, your rhinestone pearls and everything, and of course your glue, whichever adhesive you want to use, and just say, I'm going to just sit down today and I'm just going to embellish all of my corner pockets, or I'm just going to sit down one day and embellish all of my envelopes, because I have so many different things that I need to put inside my journals, and these are tags that need to be embellished, and these are more journaling cards that need to be embellished, so you never run out of things that need to be embellished. And these are the envelopes that I made to go in my journals, and just flip them up and open them up like this. So this side right here will be the side that you embellish, and I have clusters that's already made up. Let me show you. Sit down one day and just make a lot of clusters like this. One day just say, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to make some clusters. So you sit down and you just start making your clusters, so that when it's time for you to do your assembly line, you will already have your clusters made up. So all you have to do is just add your clusters to whatever you want to add your clusters to. Because one of my friends on, I think it was Junkie, she said, oh my God, you're a working machine. But no, I take everything separately one day. I work on all of the, the journaling cards one day. Then one day I sit down and I do all of the embellishments that I'm going to use. And the next day I just start doing, I have it organized. So once I start rolling, I'm rolling. Okay, so that might be a tip that you could use. Like all of my, when I start working in my journals, I cut all of my journals out. Then the next day, I sew around the edges. Then the following day, I start working on the covers that I'm going to decide what covers I'm going to use. And then I glue all of my covers The next day, I just glue all of my words. The next day, before I glue them, I put muslin on them, and then I sew around them. So I have a system. And after that, what comes next? I bind. One day I have the binding day. But before I do the binding, what do I have to do? I have to get all my fields. Sorry for reaching. And these are all my signatures. One day I sit down and say, okay, today I'm going to do all signatures. Sit down and do all signatures. So yesterday was my day that I made all of my signatures. So between today and tomorrow, I will do my binding. And then on Friday, you'll see I pump out all of my journals. And everybody say, wow, she did that all in one day? No, I didn't. I'm not a working machine. It takes time. So, I have everything that I need to do all of my embellishments. So, and this is all of my little flowers. You start with this punch. And listen, I do not have all of these different punches. I have girlfriends that have this kind of punch. I have a girlfriend that have this kind of punch. I have this punch on my own. I have a girlfriend that has the small little punches like this. So I borrow her punches and use them for one day. So I know I have this design and I have that design. And then the next week, I just get all of what I have. And then I put them together. That's a little embellishment right there. You take your rhinestone, add your glue, and there's your embellishment right there. You see how cute that is? So you take this and you put this on one of your embellishment, one of your envelopes. Cute. And you add your eyelash trim to it, or you add your cheesecloth. My dyed cheesecloth. You can have ready-made flowers like this, which I do use when I don't have these available, and you can put those on also. Always have everything you need available, and you just go to that and use that. So you have everything that you need in one place to get started. So one day you just sit down and say, well, I'm just going to put all of these together. So you take this and you take one of these. All of these are my ones from my wallpaper. I have wallpaper samples, so I just take them and I say, okay, today I'm going to just take all the ones from the wallpaper and I'm going to make them, and I'm going to decorate all the ones from the wallpaper. You see that? So when you get ready, you could just take, okay, I'm going to take this and start layering. I'm going to take that, and if that's all, if you want to add a little small one here, that's it. And then you take your little rhinestone and put it right in the middle. You have your cluster there. Now this is a cluster, but what I also use for clusters, I use just regular scraps of tea-dyed paper. Or another thing you can use for clusters, which I have right here, are these little small things you get right here in your other little embellishment kits. How cute is that? I think the sunshine is coming in, and I hope you're getting a good picture on these. I'm not too sure. Okay, so these are clusters that you can make, and everything is here. Everything you have is here, so you just sit down one day and you just start putting everything together. So by the end of the day, you will have something that looks like this. So you're ready to roll. And this here is scraps of scrapbook paper that I made using signatures. So you take these here and you just add them here. If you want to just glue this part down, you'll have a tuck right here, and you can add your word to the top. Don't forget to add, and these are words that I just took, sorry for my reach, and I just took, this is not even Muslim, this is like an old pillowcase. I tea-dyed it, and then I put, oh, I hate the sunshine coming in. I'm sorry, I don't hate the sunshine. I love the sunshine. Thank God for the sunshine. And I just stamp different words on them. Ready to go. I have my words, okay? So when you have your words, you have your clusters, you're ready to go. And this is a jar that I have that I just stamped all of my words one day. I just sat down and I just stamped words. Just stamp words. Treasure. Just stamp different words. Journal. Memories. So you'll be ready to roll. You'll be just like a assembly line. You'll be ready to roll. So I hope this little short video helped you. Save all your scraps, because this can go on a tag or this can go on something else. So just remember, have all your things together. I bought this little butterfly punch. So I just design and decorate all my butterflies one day. Okay? Use my heart punch and just take out all of my hearts one day and just take and do all of my hearts. So I'll be ready to reach and get my heart. Okay? These are ready to go. These are ready to go on a cluster. Okay? So all the papers that these are like jelly prints that I did. If you don't know what to do with jelly prints, take your punch out and punch and make a beautiful cluster like this. Look how beautiful this cluster is. Add your pearl to the center. Then you're done. Okay? So, when you have your cluster, your journey card, you add this to it, then add your word, and boom, you're done. Okay, ladies, so I believe that's it. So, I'll come back later and I'll show you all of my journaling cards and clusters that I made up. I hope this tip was very helpful. Don't forget to be inspired, and God bless you.